Why 8 hours? That's like the entire day. Why do I have to get up at the crack of dawn? Why do I have to sit at a desk and enter names into a spreadsheet for 8 entire hours? Why do I not get paid annoyed to move out of my parents' house at 29? Why? Edit. Most of you are cool, but some of you guys are on the wrong sub if your solution is to just get a different job. At this point I literally am at my job more than home with 12-hour shifts lol. Because people died in a violent labor movement on May Day to reduce the 10-hour workday to the 8-hour workday. Organized labor died to reduce the 12-hour workday to the 10-hour workday. They died to reduce it all the way from the 16-hour workday at the start of the Industrial Revolution. They died for the weekend. They died to end child labor. You have what laborers before you paid for in blood. That's capitalism. Companies have tried 4-hour days only focused on work and found it is possible to do all the work in half the time. Remember 8 hours used to be 9 to 5 with a 1-hour paid lunch. Now that 1-hour paid lunch is gone for most employees. 8 for work, 8 for sleep, 8 for what you will. It's outdated now OFC. I believe in April 20th 69. 4 hours a day. 20 hours being full-time. At $69 per hour. Because slavery was banned. And so society is being guided toward diet slavery. But it's still the same setup where a small group of people is enriched by exploiting a whole bunch of other people. No whips this time. But failing to play your assigned role pushes you toward prison, starvation, death. All the same, people are now seeing through the facade and the de-enslavers are big mad. They have a formula. Squeeze people right to the breaking point. Then ease off just a smidge. They want to take all they can until you revolt. And they'll test that limit periodically to make sure they're at the threshold where maximum greed balances with total societal collapse. It's 8 hours because we're being robbed. I don't think I ever had a job I needed 8 hours to do. Most of the day is filled with busy work and downtime. Of course, don't let the boss know that. They hate idleness. The 8-hour day had its place in its own time. In 2023, we need to call it for what it is. Lifetime theft. Because we, humans, have gotten it all wrong. We've confused an improved standard of living, safer, healthier, more comfortable, with a need to possess things, feel a need to convey status, and want more versus what we need. It's resulted in people spending the best parts of their lives sitting in jobs they don't like, getting into crippling debt, and ruining the earth. If only we could figure out how to eliminate the idea of land and natural resource possession and reduce consumerism to something more need-based versus excess. Prioritize preserving the earth and sharing. It'd be nicer. Not realistic. But I can dream. Edit to add. It's also resulted in incredible technological advancement and amazing learning about ourselves and the world. So it's not all bad. Honestly, just give me 10 hours a day 4 days a week. 2 days is not enough to recover mentally or physically. 2 more hours a day is easily doable for a whole extra day off. 5 to 2 is extremely stupid and I don't understand why such a stupid idea is still the default. Also, pay us for lunch. If these 2 changes were implemented, I for one would be a much happier worker even for the peanuts they pay me. You guys are only working 8 hours? On a side note, can you DM me regarding that type of job? I would love to enter names in a spreadsheet instead of dealing with customers on the phone. Legit. I can't say how or when, but I know a nationwide strike, or some form of mass labor action, is inevitable. because that's the highest number the robber barons can get away with at this time. 10 hours a day 6 days a week in the US was common less than 100 years ago. Before that 12 hours a day every day, even for children, was common. The robber barons will fight to keep the 8-hour day, with the exact same arguments they made to keep children working 12. It's socialism. Kids today are lazy and we shouldn't indulge them. The economy will crash. All businesses will be bankrupt. I agree, bring on the 6-hour workday. Lucky for some. I work 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. 8 hours a day sat in an office sounds like a gift. At least I have a job where you can choose to work from a minimum of 6 hours up to 10 hours if you wanted. And they said to at least do a 30 minutes break between runs on the field. Now I don't want to go back to an office job at all. To quote Dave Chappelle, because 9 to 6 will kill a bitch. That being said, I think we missed a huge chance to move to a 35-hour work week during COVID. Instead of people getting unemployment, we should have equitably distributed the work we did still have, and I think some of that would have stuck. Because before unions people were forced to work 16 hours a day. You can thank Henry Ford for realizing that if he had his employees working 3 8-hour shifts, they would never have to turn off the factory machines. 24/7 production.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.